Hello dear listeners, this is Akashvani Kohima from Tragopan at 103 MHz. And yes, this is your live interactive program in perfect harmony. With me in the studio is a very, very talented and beautiful guest as usual. And she is a former beauty queen, a seasoned model with so many accolades under her belt. She was crowned Miss PEG 2017. She is also the proprietor and director of Talent Foresight, a premier grooming institute in Kohima. Truly a leader in the beauty and fashion industry. Using her experience, expertise, and passion, she is grooming the next generation of beauty queens and professional models. She is none other than Mrs. Peweu Tunyi Khamo. So welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
You know, we usually start off the show by giving a short, brief intro about the guest, and then we hand it over to them so that they can talk about themselves and give a even better introduction, I would say, and a little bit more about them. So why don't you talk to the people and tell them about you?
All right. So, hello dear listeners. My name is Peweu Tunyi Khamo, though many know me as Awi Tunyi. I am a pageant groomer and a former beauty queen. And I am truly honored and excited to be here with you all talking about my dreams, my journey, and the passion that drives me. Yeah, thank you.
Right. Wonderful. All right, let's dive right into our interview, and because we have so much to discuss, right?
Yeah.
So, how did all this start? The inspiration and the passion behind, you wanting to pursue a career in this particular field?
All right. So, my inspiration in beauty pageant, it all started, my love for beauty pageant started when I was very young. I remember myself sitting in front of a television, watching Miss World, Miss Universe. And I clearly remember the year Megan Young was crowned Miss World in 2013. But, I never really imagined myself, being on one of this pageant stage.
Right.
So it all changed in 2017 while I was pursuing my bachelor's degree at St. Joseph's College, Chakama. So that year, the Beauty and Aesthetic Society of Nagaland, BSN, they held campus auditions across, the various colleges. And one of my lecturers, Miss Josephine, she encouraged me to audition for it. So along with her, there was one of my lecturer, Ma'am Rosa, and one of my friend, RN. So the three of them, they really pushed me to audition, and then they helped me, they motivated me. So I went through the audition, and after that, I participated for Miss PEG, and by the grace of God, I got one of the title of runners-up.
Right.
And then I got to represent my district at Miss Nagaland. So that, by the grace of God, I should say, yes, by the grace of God, I was able to bag the title of one of the runners-up again. So that and there, I realized that beauty pageant is a truly amazing experience for transformation. So I was a very shy girl who have this low self-esteem, and beauty pageant has really transformed me into the best version of myself. So if you are to ask me what inspired me, to pursue my career in beauty pageant, then I would say it would be beauty pageant itself.
Right.
It is an inspiration for me from a distance, and eventually it became a part of my own story.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. It started at a young age, basically, right?
Yeah,
and
my
it's
inspiration.
Really good to see that you are, finding success and living the success, living live and in living color, I would say. So, right. Having said that, we are going to talk a lot about the beauty industry and the fashion industry as a whole. And before we begin the conversation and the discussions, I think I would like to mention this as well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of misconception and this negative connotation that is attached with the beauty and fashion industry. So, for the people that are new or that might have this sort of misconception, can you kind of clear the air and lay it in simple terms what fashion and beauty industry is?
Okay, so to answer that question, we Nagas in particular, we have that concept, that mindset that, people who are in beauty and fashion industry, they are either, like Misamishi Manu, that is how we, usually tag them, or like Thik Nahwa. Those are the terms that we use, most of the people use to identify them. So I should say, not everyone is the same. It is because of some people that, people started having a misconception about beauty pageant or those people in the fashion industry. So over the years, I think not only me, but, people in general, they have seen that the world of beauty pageant or the world of fashion industry have changed a lot of people, and it has, brought into light that beauty pageant is also to do with empowerment, is also to do with confidence building, and is also to do with, bringing fame to the nation. So I think our mindset is changed now, but it is high time that we accept that, we should not judge industry basing on some people. So I want to let everyone know that beauty pageant is just much more. It's beyond glitz and glamour. It has a lot to do with empowerment, to do with building the confidence of a person.
I think that will clear the air up for a lot of people out there, and
hopefully
I think that will set the tone for the future as well.
Exactly.
Because people's minds, it's becoming more open-minded, I would say. So
true.
Yes, former beauty queens or a seasoned model, if they come out and speak more on this topic, I think it will clear the air, and
yes.
I think it will make the path easier for the coming generation as well.
Yes.
Right, fantastic. Okay, so since we're talking about beauty and fashion, what do you think? What are the qualities that makes someone successful in this particular industry, according to you?
All right. I believe that being true to oneself is the most essential and powerful quality that leads to success in the world of beauty pageant. Authenticity is not only a quality that sets you apart, but it is also, something that allows you to show your true personality, your value, and the confidence to shine through. However, theoretically and practically speaking, there are a lot of qualities that makes you successful in beauty pageant. It can be, communication skills, it can be stage presence, discipline, a strong sense of purpose, and the ability to connect with the audience. So each of this role plays a very important role in making a person successful in the field of beauty pageant. But at the heart of it all, I should say authenticity and being grounded to your true self is the most important quality that will make you successful in this industry.
And speaking of quality, let's talk about your institute, because you are a proprietor and the director of Talent Foresight. And you've launched many careers, as well as people who have come out of that institute have won, gone on to win multiple titles at the nationals and international level as well. So let's talk about your institute. Can you tell us a little bit about the kind of training that you provide to aspiring models and pageant contestants and stuff like that?
All right, sure. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for letting me talk about my institute. Our institute is named as Talent Foresight. We call it the House of Grooming. So this is an institute dedicated to nurturing and empowering aspiring beauty queens and fashion models. Our mission is to provide grooming experience that shapes individual into confident, elegant, and industry-ready persons or personality.
Right.
Yeah. So at Talent Foresight, we offer a comprehensive range of courses tailored to meet the demands of the modern pageant industry and the fashion world. This includes REM work, personality development, camera presence, body language, etiquette, and so much more. So each of these modules is designed to build not just skills, but also confidence, discipline, and grace. These qualities that are essential for the success in pageantry and modeling. I want to talk about my achievement as well. When I talk about my institution, I take immense pride in achievement of our students. Many of them have won very prestigious title and bringing laurels to our institute. We have Femina Miss India Nagaland, Jentiran Jamir. Right. We also have Kenny Rite. She is our reigning Miss Northeast. We also have winners from Miss Nagaland, and we also have various winners from various district pageants. So they are the one who have motivated me to go forward each day. Right. Their success, they are my most motivating concept, I would say. Yeah, the most motivating people. Na? We also have some of our students who are placed in national and international modeling agencies as well. I should say in Talent Foresight, we don't just train them, but we transform them.
Right.
Yeah. Our goal is to create and empower poised and purpose-driven young women who are ready to conquer the stage and inspire the world.
Right, great.
Yeah.
Okay, and I believe that you guys are just scratching the surface. I think there's a lot more that we can expect in the future as well, right?
Hopefully, yes.
Right. And yes, how can people get enrolled in your institute? Or if they want to know more information, do you have social media handles that you can throw out to people?
Yeah, so we are on Instagram as well, under the tag Talent Foresight.
Foresight.
Yes. So you can connect us through our page on Instagram.
All right.
Yes.
So dear listeners, make sure that you guys give it a follow. Talent Foresight it is. And yes, speaking of young talent, you've been doing this for a while now, and I'm sure that you see a lot of young talent coming in and wanting to be a part of the industry. But along with that, I'm sure that you see a lot of rookie mistakes, and some of them might be they might have this sort of expectation, different kind of expectation, walking into this industry. So what are some of the common mistakes that you see young models make, and how can they avoid them?
All right. So one of the most common mistake that I see among aspiring models or aspiring, contestants for beauty pageant is the lack of authenticity.
Right.
So in today's world where social media, play a vital role, many of the young individuals, they fall in the trap of imitating what they see online, and in trying to become someone else, they lose the essence of who they truly are. And another pointer that we can talk about is the lack of preparation.
Right.
So when I want to talk about me here, because I was also underprepared when I participated for beauty pageant. So when I first began my journey, I quickly realized that a lot of difference can be made with proper guidance and with a proper mentorship. I realized that if there was someone who could have guided me or who could have taught me the do's and don'ts, I believe I would have done a better job during those days.
Right.
So lack of preparation is one thing, and that is very common in a lot of aspiring beauty queens, because we usually we think that we don't have an institution to guide them and groom them, and or maybe many, they could not afford to go on a bigger platform, on a bigger national level, what do you say, grooming institute.
Right.
Yeah, so that is when they fail to prepare themselves properly. So those are some of the most common pointers that I have seen.
Right. I'm sure it'll be an eye opener for a lot of people, especially the ones that are tuning in and the ones that wants to get into the beauty and the fashion industry. So thank you for that advice as well.
Thank you.
And before we get on with the conversation, since we are sort of a music-oriented kind of studio, is it okay that if we take a short musical break?
Sure, definitely.
Okay. This particular song is one of the most popular songs out there, I would say. This is Lost Boy by the synthwave band The Midnight. Enjoy, dear listeners.
'Cause in the dark there were no strangers, there were no strangers at all. I was a lost boy when I met you. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy when I met you. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy. There were no strangers. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy when I met you. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy. There were no strangers. We were the rebels, lone survivors. We were the cult of deep sea divers. We were young once, but then we grew old. We were shining, we were fools gold. Hold me till I'm not lonely anymore. It's only the crashing of the ocean to the shore. 'Cause in the dark there were no strangers, there were no strangers at all. 'Cause in the dark there were no strangers, there were no strangers at all. I was a lost boy when I met you. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy when I met you. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy. There were no strangers. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy when I met you. I was a lost boy, I was a lost boy. I was a lost boy. There were no strangers.
Hello, dear listeners. We are back once again with your Imperfect Harmony program, your live interactive show. And I'm still in conversation with Mrs. Peweu Tunyi Khamo, proprietor and director of Talent Foresight, as well as a seasoned model and a former beauty queen. All right, we've been talking for quite some time about the beauty and fashion industry, and we're gonna continue with along with that path again.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you, you've been in this game for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've mentioned that earlier. And what changes have you seen in the recent years, and also do you see any emerging trends that could shape the future of this industry going forward?
Okay, so as someone who has journeyed through the world of beauty pageant, over the years I have witnessed a significant transformation in the industry, from how it operated when I began to how it is functioning now. One major shift I have seen is the rise of national level grooming and trainings. Back then, many of us, we entered pageants without much preparation. There were no structured groomings or mentoring institutions. We mostly learned through experience, making mistakes and growing from them. But today's contestants are fortunate, I should say. They have access to most of the finest pageant coaches, runway trainers, communication experts, etc.
Right.
And of course, another change or another transformation that I see is the exposure to national and even international platforms. In the past, it feels like a distant dream for someone from a smaller town or state to reach to a national stage. But now opportunities are everywhere. Contestants from the Northeast and regions like ours, they're not just participating, but they're excelling. Representing their communities in big national platforms like Femina Miss India, Miss Universe India, Miss Diva, and even to some international arenas. So all of this to say that pageant world today is more competitive, yes, but it is also more inclusive, more supportive, and more open than even before. So with the right guidance, dedication, and authenticity, there is truly no limit to what a contestant can achieve.
Right. So basically there are lots of tools at their disposal, so it's how they use them, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Talking to you, I can sense that you are a very hectic and a busy woman. You live a very hectic lifestyle. So I just want to ask you, how do you balance your work and personal life along with self-care? Because managing a home itself is a full-time job.
Yes.
So how do you balance work and personal care?
So this is one of the questions that I get asked most of the time by my friends, some of my relatives, or like even in my professional life. Sometimes even by my students. So to be honest, it is not always easy. Like many other people, I wear multiple hats. So I am a mentor, an entrepreneur, a wife, and someone who still wants to grow and dream. So I find that balancing has been a journey of learning, unlearning, and realigning my priorities again and again. First and foremost, I have learned that balance doesn't always mean giving equal time to everything. It means giving the right energy to the right thing at the right moment. There are days when my work demands more of me, and I need to be present. So sometimes I just pause, and I just be there with my loved ones, or I just take care of myself, and I feel that's okay. Another important lesson I've learned is the value of self-time. No matter how busy you are, I truly believe that making time for myself is very important, because you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? Yeah, so whether it is a 30 minutes of silence or a walk or just reading a book, or it can be just doing absolutely nothing, I find that it keeps me grounded, refreshed, and more capable of handling everything else. So I just want to let the listeners know that those of you who have faced this same situation, when your plates are full, I think it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to pause and relax and make time for yourself. I feel that is very important.
Right. So it's also good to compartmentalize, right? Your
exactly.
I think a lot of people will take inspiration from you.
I hope so.
Yes, I think a lot of women especially will take a lot of inspiration from you. So
hopefully,
let's keep it up. And yes, it's good that we can clearly see that you're finding success in both fields. So kudos to you, and keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, we have about 4 to 5 more minutes left. So a question which I wanted to ask you: what do you see in the next 5 to 10 years? What are your goals, plans, and aspirations for the next 5 to 10 years, for the future, basically?
So my vision. In the next 5 years. Right now, I am focused only on beauty pageant and aspiring models. But in the next few years, in a span of 2 to 5 years, I believe that I will be able to make talent foresight, not just for modeling, not just for aspiring beauty pageant, pageantry, but I aspire to reach beyond that. I want to, especially in the rural areas, I want to collaborate with the schools, with the colleges, and the women-led NGOs, and I want to bring grooming and self-development session directly to the campuses. I want, where opportunities are limited, I want them to let them experience all of this, because soft skills, groomings, all these are very important for the development of oneself. So my next chapter, it is not just about crowns and titles, but it is about helping more young women discover their voice, their story, and step into, any field with courage.
Right.
And I'm excited for that.
That is a fantastic vision to have, and yes, it's good to see that this is more than a passion project now.
Exactly.
There's something beyond that. So
yes.
All the very best to you,
Thank you so much.
I hope you find success in whatever you do.
Hopefully, yeah.
Right, we are almost towards the end of the interview. Really had fun. Time really flew by.
Exactly.
And, yes, final message to all your well-wishers and supporters out there.
Okay, thank you so much for this time. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to my most supportive husband and my mentor, Sir Teja. It is because of both of them that have, helped me and motivated me, structured my institute and brought me to the place that I am. So a big shout out to the both of them. And to all my, dear listeners, to all my supporters, thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in me, standing by me, and cheering me on through every step of this journey. Every message, every kind word, every gesture, big or small, even a small message has meant the world to me, and I wouldn't be where I am today without you. So this is not just my journey, but it is ours together. And as I continue to grow and give back, I carry your faith and kindness with me always. Thank you.
Right. That is very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. And yes, I hope that we can do this again someday.
Hopefully,
soon, right?
Yes, yeah.
And subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for the latest contents. Also, follow us on all our social media handles.